What's up, guys? I want to introduce you to Red behind me. I found her, well, first off, I noticed that we had a missing chicken. And so I went looking for her. I assumed she was already gone. Anyways, when I found her, she was attacked by something. I'll show you in a little bit. It might be a little graphic, but her whole back end was missing. There was a $half size hole right through her body. As she breathed, so did the hole. It looked really, really bad. And so I was gonna give her some pretty strong medicine. I was gonna give her a shot of this, but I looked at her and she just wasn't quitting. She wasn't in shock. She just acted like things were normal. She hobbled around a bit. And so I called my vet to see what we could do. And I ended up getting her a shot of this instead, which is some medicine. I don't know. Whatever it is, it's on the screen right now. By the end of this video, you will know how I do basic wound care, and I was able to save Red over there from a massive attack. Brought her right back, and I was gonna hit her with some pretty strong medicine with this, but I ended up not having to do that. I got to shoot her with this instead and ended up saving her life. So stick around. This is how I do it. Do your own due diligence. Don't just take my word for anything. This was what my vet recommended. Let's get to it. This is her second shot. She's responding really well. Red had suffered some very traumatic injuries, but where all these feathers are regrowing back. This is week 2. Under her wing here, as you can see, there's a lot of damage there, but the hole is even closing up. And I'm gonna share with you kind of what I ended up doing about the costs of everything. And Red is just doing all right. And so we actually ended up naming Red. We don't name any of our chickens. Anytime we've ever named a chicken, it was immediately killed or murdered or something. So there's only 2 chickens that have names. One of them's Red. So basically, if something survives in a massacre, an attack, and lives, they get a name. One is Red. First thing I did, I brought her inside, got her into this crate, which now is the chicken crate. Before I get into what I did, I'm just gonna share with you what I did to save her and what I will do with all of my chickens to try to save them if I can, right? Giving them some medicine as opposed to some stronger medicine like this. Your mileage may vary. Talk to your vet. Do what's comfortable to you. She didn't seem like she was in pain. I mean, well, clearly she was in pain, but she didn't seem like she was in shock, and I could just tell by the way she was behaving, she refused to give up. So I said, you're not giving up. I'm not gonna give up on you. I'm gonna push it as long as we can. And we actually had a debate with my girlfriend. My girlfriend said, you know what, day 1, it looked really horrible. And she said, you know what, you should go ahead and put her down. And I almost did that. In fact, day 4, I almost put her down before I went and got the medicine. I'll show you what I did. So the first thing I did was I went ahead and flushed the wound area with this, and inside of here is not water, it's saline solution. And online forums will say, oh, I flushed it with like diluted hydrogen peroxide. Again, I would not do that because hydrogen peroxide kills everything, good bacteria, bad bacteria, and you don't want to be pumping the internal of the chicken cavity with that. So I just flushed it out with some saline solution, and then I hit it with the Veriticium Plus or whatever. And so that just really sterilized the area, made sure it was clean, and just gave her food and water. All right. After that, I hit her with Blue Coat. I gave that about 20 minutes to dry and hit her with Blue Coat. This is all off the shelf stuff. What wasn't off the shelf was this right here. This is oxytetracycline. It is antibiotics. And I'm going to go ahead and apply the last bit here, and then I'm gonna get her on wound. Oh, look at that, she's destroying the inside garden. So I'm gonna go ahead and give her that meds, and then I'm gonna go ahead and hit it one more time with the Blue Coat, just so you guys can see that. And there's gonna be links below in the description to this. Again, do your own research and your own due diligence. I'm comfortable doing this because it was this or put her down. This was actually super cheap. So the oxytetracycline or whatever it is, that ended up costing me 35 cents for 2 of them, and I give them every 2 days. I gave this to her, and immediately the wound stopped leaking weird stuff. It stopped being gross. All right, so I'm gonna show you exactly how to go ahead and inject this. It's gonna go right into her breasts, right? You're gonna feel her breast right here. When you plunge it, you're gonna plunge the needle all the way into her breast, and then you're gonna try to pull back on this a little bit. If you don't see blood, if nothing pulls back, then it means you're inside the muscle, and then you can just inject it all the way. And again, super cheap. It was 35 cents for 2 of these. Anything for my dog would have been like hundreds of dollars, but chickens, poultry, animals, it was super cheap. So I'm very grateful for that. Here she is. I'm trying to show you guys a little bit better angle. So all that purple stuff, that's the Blue Coat, which you'll see here in a little bit. But it's actually, everything's looking really good. She's been picking at it, and you see this looks kind of super freaky. This is all of her feathers growing back. Right here, there was a huge hole. All of this was bare all the way back here. Now she's just running around like everything's normal and fine. The first shot I gave her was in her left breast, and so the next shot I'm gonna give her is gonna be in her right breast. I'm gonna prep that and get it all the way in, and I'm gonna treat this with wound coat. This all the way on. I don't think you guys are gonna be able to see this, but we're just gonna keep it calm and still. There we go. Straight on the breast, all the way down. Okay, out, and that was it. And this stuff basically good to go. Make sure you dispose of this properly in a sharps container. But yeah, I mean, look at this. She is like, it's been about 2 weeks since she was attacked. She's growing her feathers back. She looks good as normal. And I'm just gonna hit this a little bit here. You can see this backside here. She's been picking at this, looks like there's a scab. But my vet said, you know, the body likes to heal. And so I'm just gonna hit this with more wound coat. It's just gonna add that layer so things don't lay, you know, stuff into her. And it's just gonna keep on going. Here's that blue coat, and it has that purple film. This will dry. It's antiseptic, and it basically forms that barrier. It's kind of like a liquid Band-Aid, if you will. This stuff's kind of pricey, but look, as you can see, I mean, she was absolutely wrecked, and she's just behaving completely fine. Like, that's it, guys. We got Red just walking around enjoying herself. I was amazed that, you know, that was a pretty big hole, about this big. And it's filled in right now, as you could see earlier. But remember, again, this stuff is pretty cheap. I'm really happy that I was able to salvage and save Red, because she just, you know, I just could tell she wasn't gonna quit. All this was probably 30 bucks. This medicine that's a lot stronger, more expensive than this medicine, the stuff that kept using her. Now, she may never lay eggs anymore. A lot of people would say, oh, she's useless, go ahead and cull her, but I have backyard chickens. I'm not trying to make an income from it. The math doesn't matter. In my mind, she was attacked. She was smart enough to get away. She got away, hid herself in a corner. I found her hiding. She walked right up to me and then was just like, hey, let's go inside, like get me out of here. And I was like, okay, well, you fought for it, you got yourself away, I'm gonna keep you alive, even though, you know, mathematically it doesn't make sense. She'll probably never lay eggs again. Again, this is Red. We have 2 named chickens, and that's the only way you get a name if you're a chicken on our farm. What's up, guys? It has been about a month for Red. Let's check in on her. Come here, Red. Hi. Oh, you're looking great. Hey. Oh, she always does that when I go to pick her up now. Oh, it's okay. Look at your backside. Looking really good shape. Okay. But check out what I saw this morning. This is insane. Absolutely insane. Only chick out here. Yeah, there's 16 other ones, but those are pullets. You know, those are like 6 weeks old. Look at this. Eggs. Wow. Absolutely crazy. So, anyway, guys, hope you like that. Remember, please share it. It bypasses the YouTube algorithm where anyone can change a piece of code at any time and then it could bury my video. But if you, the viewer, liked this and it was helpful, then you can push it directly out. Save it, like it, share it with someone that you thought you got value from. Guys, remember, if you like this, I've got merch coming along, so keep your eyes open for that. And I just have the join button down there. If less than 1% of you just subscribe and joined my level, I would be able to make this content. So I really appreciate the support, guys. I wouldn't be able to be here if it weren't for you guys. Bum, ba, da, ba, bum, 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 ba, da, ba, bum, 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 ba, da, ba, bum, 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 ba, da, da, bum, bum, bum.